What would you do if a gang of men surrounded you while you were trying to get to your college? Would you run or would you stay and fight? This is what a girl named Muskan faced in India when she was going to her university to turn in her exam papers. She was surrounded by several men. They were extremists, very, let's say, racist, who were trying to stop her from going in while she was wearing her religious attire. She was wearing an abaya. It's a very scary situation. What would you do in this situation? You know you're outnumbered. You wouldn't be able to fight them, that you would probably be defeated. Would you run or would you stay and fight? Now, our instinct in this situation is to say, run! There's no way you can win this fight. Your best bet is to run. But here's the thing you should consider. In psychology, we call it a prey-predator relationship. And I'm going to give you this example using animals. I went to Alaska on a trip one day, and while our tour guide was showing us around, he said, hey, if you spot a bear, it was a national park, so bears were all around, and they said if you encounter a bear, do not run. The bear's not going to harm you. They're not there to eat you. Bears don't eat human beings. So if the bear spots you, just stay and don't move. But if you try to run, it's going to trigger that instinct in the bear that that's a prey. Prey runs away from me, so I must go and chase it and kill it. Okay, when I was on a hike in Seattle, I saw this sign. It was a coyote sign that said, if you spot a coyote on this hike, yes, I do live in a very wilderness area, I suppose. When you spot coyote on this trail, then do not run away. Stand your ground, wave and flail your arms really in big motion and scream loudly to show who is strong and dominant. So the coyote is going to think, I don't think I want to put up a fight with such a huge predator. And the coyote is going to run away. But if you run away, it's going to chase you and hunt you and hurt you. So this behavior, human beings exhibit too, where when somebody runs away, we feel like, hey, that's the victim. That's the person you got to chase and beat down. Unfortunately, many people have died this way. In India, there has been a lot of Hindu-Muslim clash, and there have been many Muslim students who have been caught up in this religious clash where extremists have chased them and beaten them, and it's extremely unfortunate that many people have lost their lives this way. But even then, people might think, oh, hey, so what happened to her? She got lucky that nobody actually beat her up. But in fact, psychology will say something more than just luck was playing a role here, which is the fact that she stood her ground. Yes, she was still walking towards the university to turn in her papers, but she didn't run. Even though she was walking her path, she continued doing what she was doing before. She would still stop and turn. She would yell, throw her hands up in the air, and show that she's not prey. She didn't trigger the predator instinct. She fought back. And I know it's counterintuitive. We think that that is bad. That's going to make the aggressor more angry and try to hurt you. But honestly, most people who are attackers, most attackers are cowards. They're chickens. They want easy prey. They want easy victims. If you look at how lions hunt in the wild, when they hunt, they will find the old and the weak, or the really young who has moved away from the pack. Really young or really old or really weakened animal, and that's who they will hunt. They won't hunt for the strong one. Human beings work the same way. If you show that you're strong and you're going to put up a fight, even if logically they know they can win, if they're going to get hurt in the process, they don't want to do it. Attackers are cowards. So what Muskan did is the right thing to do. Stand your ground and fight. Scream, throw your hands up in the air. Now, it doesn't mean that you run towards them and stab them with a knife. That can backfire. But don't run away from your predator. Show that you are not afraid. Good luck to Muskan and all the girls in India who are struggling with this. It's unfortunate, and we will talk about these issues further in another video. Stay safe.